Hey guys, welcome back to the eight Grace Attorney Chronicles.
No. Here's how we're gonna start this, okay? Are you ready? Hey, guys!
Nice. Last time we met Giselle Brett.
No, we're not doing it last time. It's just, hey, guys.
Bitch, I do it last time if I fucking want to.
Anyway.
Last time we met Giselle Brett.
Oh, yeah, last time we met Giselle Brett, and now there's nothing we could do. We're fucked, basically. Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
There we go. Alright.
Alright, we good now?
It seems we'll be able to report to the British government on time after all.
That smug little...
Oh, he's thinking.
Ryunosuke Naruto, having considered all of the evidence placed...
Yo!
Wait! Your Excellency. Ryunosuke, I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
His amateurness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance, there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detailing, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question!
This is blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There could be no problem with this evidence.
You better know what you're doing, dear Nosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag.
My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes.
Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Very well. We'll grant the defense one final opportunity.
What?
Be warned that if I am unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be open with immediate effect. Look at that, I love that sprite, oh my god.
It's like...
That is genuinely intimidating. He has giant-ass hands.
Yeah!
And it's a big-ass hammer. Mallet, whatever. Do I make myself clear?
Gavel.
Gavel, yeah. Yes, Your Excellency. So? Fuck. So. Take another... Wow. Judge, your voice was really high. Take another look at the photographic print Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded.
Yo, there's a fucking guardian on his hand.
Oh, there's a fucking guardian from Breath of the Wild. Here.
Hi.
Look at this. Here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Dear me! I was pondering what new pitbull you would come out with. Pitbull! A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly, that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right.
Are you using a different mic? It doesn't.
I don't think I am. I mean, unless I plugged in my headphones because
Oh, that's why it sounds so weird. Because it's your headphone mic.
Yeah, it's my earbuds.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
what, does it sound worse or better?
Well, I mean, it just
Or
sounds
does it
weird.
just sound different?
It just sounds different. It doesn't sound
Okay.
better or worse. Because it's still the same like voice quality. Because like, damn, you got some high ass quality. But like, you know, like the quality, you know.
The quality. Wait, so if I like shove this in my mouth, you'd be able to tell.
Please don't do that.
I feel like I did it once and y'all like freaked out.
Yeah, you did. You did do that once, and you scared the shit out of us. Alrighty, let's do this. Go on, Inspector.
The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report.
What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either.
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to the case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Na-na-na-na-na.
You're a little quiet.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
I mean, I think it's less that I'm quiet and more that Ouchie's just loud.
That's
It's
yeah.
It's the middle of the day, so I'm kind of going all out on him.
Fair enough.
Excuse me, Your Excellency.
No,
It
it's just
seem-
that you're a bit quiet. Like your microphone is quiet.
It would seem that Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now.
Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway.
What you're thinking of this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with the case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. Wow, you guys sound awful similar. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging, in the hope that I might uncover something useful.
Ew.
Yes, you're right. I am? If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to prise the shutting door back open again.
Just give up, counsel. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed. I'm afraid that without evidence, I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than conjecture. But if we had evidence? Evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it? I would, yes.
Can you check the court record
To
again?
tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. Well, I know where it is.
It's in
And
one of the
it
two
is.
photos, right? Yeah, there's the Guardian. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
what
it's
do you
on the
mean?
wrong plate.
I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what that burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Yeah, I've really fucked that up. Here!
Hi,
What's this, Counsel? Yet another print?
hi.
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at a scene, we miss things. A photograph? Things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore.
You hurry up, rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable.
Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have that unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore.
What? How?
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn?
It can't be this fucking thing.
Yeah, no way.
The beefsteak.
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate?
Your Excellency, are you alright?
He's clearly not okay. Okay, so the judge is dead. Let's move on. As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it. I would guess it's some sort of trademark at Le Carnaval. This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn. Are exactly the same shape! Ryunosuke, you genius! Holy!
You're spot on.
Yo, the objection theme.
Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
But even if that is the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before, or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other, unrelated time.
Well, sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks.
Why?
The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga?
I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly.
But
I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure.
Can you be more specific? Specific?
Specific.
What did I say? What
I
the
don't even know what you said. You said
Spe-
twice somehow.
Specific? I think I said
Specific?
Yeah. I think I said like
What the hell?
specific. Yeah, I said specific. That's what I said.
Can you be more specific? Why is that hard to say?
Yeah, it's you need to say it
Specific.
slowly. Just imagine a P in between the C and the I.
I can't.
Yes.
Specific. Specific.
It's
I
like saying
can't.
the beginning
You
of the
need to
word
stop.
twice.
Let's move on.
Specific. Specific. Can you be more specific, Inspector?
Well, let's see. If the plate was a rat,
A rat? If the plate was a rat.
The plate was a rat. Theoretically, it could have burned him.
if the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds.
It's inconceivable that the victim would have just let out a scream of pain. Wouldn't have let out a scream of pain. Fuck.
I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already.
Already?
Already?
What the fuck?
Already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnaval, I can testify to that without hesitation.
But you're a detective, not a waiter!
Also, he's still got his finger in the air. There you have it. Something isn't right here. The detective said anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. Yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream. Not on that day or any before it. That's right. And the strange thing is, the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. And the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer. All of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Well,
Yes, I suppose.
So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I almost don't believe it. Ryunosuke, do you think... Could it really be true? Never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we've been led into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist. Fuck, I almost did it perfectly. Dr. Wilson, it was right at the end! Damn it! Oh, he was already dead.
Was already dead.
No man can remain silent when his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That's clearly impossible. Apart from in one particular situation. Counsel, you're suggesting... Yes, it's only possible the man was already dead.
already.
Dead? Knowing what we know now, it's the only possible explanation. The beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day. The professor was already dead!
That's madness.
I will have order!
God bless.
Order, please, counsel! Explain this absurd notion at once! The victim was killed by a gunshot!
That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ploy by the rookie student. But clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
No, Prosecutor Ouchie. It's you who has no grasp of the facts.
I beg your pardon.
As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. Shit.
Shit.
I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement.
Your Excellency.
The justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment.
To press.
Pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. Hey, you're doing the same animation for the 3rd time. What was that smile?
Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours.
Man, that was supposed to be a hell of bad posture to hold for who knows how long. I don't want to make you sit there for about 10 more seconds. I hope that fucking hurts your knees.
Kill her.
5,
Bro, Hosanaga's just like, what the fuck?
10.
You're actually counting.
Miss Brett, you speak Japanese.
Well, of course I do. I am studying in your country, after all.
Then Why have you been speaking through an interpreter up until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible.
This elegant language, huh?
Elegant.
Pussyfoot. I win this argument.
But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. So I can see
Yeah.
So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level.
Oh, well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this, the lavish consideration you so graciously afford us.
I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. These are getting interesting. Oh, God damn it. Why did you have to say his name afterwards? That was like, things are about to get real interesting. And like, that would have some finality, but like, things are getting interesting, Ryunosuke. Witness testimony. I need to start giving them British accents.
Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I've heard, the postmortem reports show no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can have been taken away without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Wait, if there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace.
Yeah, I kind of flubbed up over that sentence, and then I realized that it was
Yeah, because
typoed.
that's not a, yeah.
But, of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Oh, it's almost like you're admitting your guilt. Wait a second. That most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Easy does it.
I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming language.
Tongue. Fuck.
Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Not at all, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant.
I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
The Minister of Justice?
May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen.
Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed that this little bully of a student, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Ah, my cheeks!
Yo, go off.
Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Victim's death. Alrighty, I'm gonna just press on everything because I honestly don't know.
I don't know either.
But his hand was on the searing hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You can't not have noticed.
Do you think so? Let me ask you something.
I think I want to start giving them British accents just to
Go
figure
for
out
it.
what the vibe. Sorry?
Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, and even still now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. You can't not have noticed, can you?
What? Ah!
What fun! You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right.
As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well as yourself.
Bro!
Why didn't you tell me?
Bro, they ate him alive. Holy shit. They had him
Jesus.
for fucking breakfast. What the fuck?
Just gunshot, bang, sword slash. Ooh.
Ah!
Dr. Wilson was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing?
Oh, yes! I think my tiny brain can!
Well, I can't.
Anyway, when the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast.
As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Is that right?
Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at the time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter?
Exactly as you say, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you.
I have enough English to understand that, at least. For the benefit of the others in the court, it means bless you.
That's actually like the first time they said a swear word.
Yeah?
When's the last time you've seen like the word damn? Or,
An ace
Like-
attorney?
yeah.
Can't think of any.
Like, yeah, hell, even like the word crap or hell.
Yeah. You don't see it at all.
Holy shit.
I think the closest
Game is
thing was
breaking new clouds. I think it means the exact opposite.
Anyway, as far as I've heard, the postmortem reports show no other possible causes of death besides the gunshot.
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma.
Yes?
Oh shit.
Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life.
But it doesn't make any sense! The burn must have happened straight away, when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter! Yes, that's true. If it had cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead at that point!
And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that, this is a complete waste of time.
I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right.
If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Without leaving a trace?
If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body.
Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga?
As I've said, I always aim for a flawless investigation.
There would be physical traces with all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark.
If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
Oh no, perish the thought! Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question.
How old is she?
That's a good question.
Is it in the court record?
Oh yeah, I can check that in the middle of dialogue. Kind of forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out. 24.
24?
She's older than us.
She's older than Kazuma!
She's older than you.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
On my honor, I, Takeshi, will cut down any who dare cast such aspersions. What?
I hate you. Fuck off. Shut up. I'm gonna eat you. What the hell?
You just hit them with the rapid fire, just Aster's mad at you insults. Fuck you. I hate you. I'm gonna eat you. What the hell? A way of killing someone that leaves no trace.
Damn, I think we get it, dude.
We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence.
Yeah, what fucking evidence do we have? We don't have any.
But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyway.
Inferior? What do you mean by that?
In the lands of the Greater Brit.
Thank
You
you.
almost
I'm
had
here
it.
all week.
You almost had it.
I was close.
You were close.
In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later investigation. But in this country, you investigate once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so?
Quite right! The carnival is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
Whoa there, partner. What the fuck was that?
It doesn't even occur to your naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand?
A killer blow! This lady's as formidable as she is beautiful.
Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense.
Yo, character development?
I very much doubt that.
Fuck.
Still, there's something about what Miss Brest just said. There was a moment before when something didn't quite seem right.
So are we gonna make a note of what the fuck just happened with Hosonaga?
What do you think, Ryunosuke? I think it's going terribly! No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes,
Yeah, and you got fucking
as
roasted.
suspected. She's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. That's what it is. Kazuma. What, Ryunosuke? There is one thing I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time. If you think so, but this is the last time, instead of targeting the woman Fuck! Damn it, what? How did I get... Okay, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself,
Felt that.
let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Did I just skip it? Fuck!
I wish there was a skip. I think there is a skip text option. Yeah, I turned it on.
Yeah, the skip text is spamming enter in space. Come on.
All right, let's be a bit more
There you go.
careful this time,
I will be cautious. Do not worry. Pause! What? Okay, so this is all the same. Okay, how do I investigate?
It didn't tell us.
Yes, there it is again! No, it isn't. The
Alright.
detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been on the stand with Miss Brett as an interpreter. Things are very different now. With his testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to
You're cutting out a bit. Get
Son of
closer
a
to your mic.
bitch. Okay, fine. When they're listening to someone...
Not that close.
No, I'm joking. Jesus. When they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. Right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. So, as such, it is time to kill him.
What?
It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue. I'll explain how to do it now, Ryunosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker.
What marker?
At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who is the person actually making the statement. By moving the marker left and right with A and D, you can turn your attention to other people in the stand.
Okay.
While you're looking at the other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with space. Get to the person at the right time. Might have some new information to pursue.
Thank you, Katsunbar, walking tutorial.
If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a then, so first I should move the marker across with A and D and focus on the detective. Show him his face and see what's on his mind. Yeah.
Even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost.
D. I'm pressing D. There we go. Pursue! Excuse me!
Bro, I started coughing so fast I couldn't even fucking speak.
Man, you really didn't. Chotto! You really didn't. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He was lost in his thoughts. Deeply. Looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. If there's something you'd like to say, please, share it with the court.
What is the meaning of this? It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that a word? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved with the case. Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes.
do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett?
Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain, which is why I, Satoru Hosonaga, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless.
What do you really mean by that?
I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done.
What? Okay.
Huh. Crime scene thief? Well, looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there.
Take this, for example.
Is that?
This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, it's lost all of its fizz, haven't been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it.
One day, our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I was coughing. I can't say I condone the witness's actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Nice. Miss Brett. Can you confirm that this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, it was that bottle.
What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
Oh, no, no.
Very well. Counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor. Yeah. Here, let me show
So I
this.
think it's here.
Yeah, but
you
we're
show
gonna
the
need to
bottle?
examine this first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's inside the bottle?
I think
Okay.
you have to turn it upright and then.
I could examine this first.
Okay.
The label is written in a foreign language that I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, Kazuma? I think it's French. This must be a very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I was asking. Then go to France and ask. You could just say that you don't know. Focus
I
on
wonder
anything
how to
else?
investigate it to check the bottom. I don't think we can.
Oh,
Shit.
there.
Eh?
So this carbonated water is the last drink that Mr. Wilson had. And it looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now.
That's such
You
a
know-
weird angle. What the hell?
I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. Oh, Ryunosuke, you can't do that! One thing that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh, no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke, in more ways than one.
What the fuck does that mean?
I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. Yeah, alrighty. Anyway. Alrighty, I
Just
guess
present
we'll
it.
just present it. Yep, music cut up. We're right.
Hell yeah.
What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison.
Poison!
On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass?
From far away, you can still see his
Order.
Hatsumaki blowing.
Order! Order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could have possibly done that. Jezzael Brett! It was you!
This is outrageous! To suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence! You little fucking imbecile! Have you even considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rash accusations could jeopardize the entire treaty?
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one's individual guilt with respect to one crime. The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth.
Ahem. If I may.
I will silence you forever for this disgraceful...
It is you who should be silent.
Of course. Dear lady!
How did I know that he was gonna elongate the lady? I thought he was gonna say my lady.
I thought he was going to say my lady as well.
Oh my god. Where did that come from? She just snapped.
Have you heard the shut up line in English? It's fantastic.
I haven't, no.
In English, in Japanese, you can tell that the voice actor doesn't speak English. So she says it more like "shut up."
Yeah.
Whereas in English, the actor actually speaks English, and she says it like "shut up." It's incredible, and I love it.
I kind of want to listen to it now.
There was a video with it.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you later.
I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies.
Sorry, my lady. To what are you referring?
I described your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course.
You did?
Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I strive for a flawless investigation every time.
I don't believe it.
Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents.
And what did you find, Inspector?
I ordered tests for every toxin that's available in this country at the present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency.
What? Are you sure?
The tests were meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No. No!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You've successfully
Sex?
Sussex?
You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
I was so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Counselor. I think that cross-examination has clarified everything. As the prosecution have asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only conceivable cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. Done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett.
Oh no. I'm just glad the matter is resolved.
Before proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point? Azuma? Sorry, Yunosuke. I have nothing more.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I really must be leaving.
Where's the Deus Ex Machina? There it is!
Please, wait!
Isn't that? What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, judicial assistance to the defense.
Mikotaba. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. And in her hand, she carried a small package wrapped in a furoshiki Yeah.
Furoshiki?
Yeah. Sure. It continues.
That's such a cool translation. Holy shit. In my darkest hours, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. Wait, but like that's really different from the Japanese translation. Because I've played this game in Japanese, and that scene, he said, like in my darkest moment, she appeared very dignified. That's the translation. Like that's the direct translation. They're like a bolt of lightning. What the hell? I love this. Am I right? Am I right?
Meanwhile, the other two witnesses have disappeared. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why this sudden ingress into my courtroom?
A judicial assistant, and a woman no less. The rule states that females are not permitted into this court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I ask only for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded.
5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more.
Your Excellency! Female! Female?
I am most grateful.
Susanna!
Who exactly are you?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something. Written in English.
It's Giselle Brett's research.
The Englishwoman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical faculty. What the fuck? And borrowed this paper.
Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics of curar and its effects on human subjects.
Is Curar how you say it? Curari.
It is curari.
Curari. Holy shit. Curari?
Really?
That's so
Curari.
weird.
That's a whack-ass name. Okay. Special characteristics of curari and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Curari? What's that? I never heard that word before.
Time's up! Female!
Right? That was such a perfect noise. Just, female trespasser.
The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom.
There was too little time for me to read it in detail, but I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Giselle's report has been entered into the court record.
Goodbye, then, and good luck.
I just think she's neat.
So you do. You have had long enough, Counsel. We cannot detain our English guest any longer.
Yo, what the
Just
fuck do you have
prosecution
there?
and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not.
The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. No more to add, Your Excellency.
Okay, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance.
Let's check the court record.
Yes, I know. Let's go check it now. Okay. So, poison made synopsis. The bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. Hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death in minute doses. of entry. The above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, I believe that the toxin could have an application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full-body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
Ooh.
Thanks. Alrighty then. Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence! That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior.
Hello.
Well, Miss Brett,
Yes, Your Excellency?
if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid it's not so very long until tea time. I'll have to politely decline.
It seems I wasn't clear. I realize it was phrased as a question. However, I must ask you to treat that as an order.
Yo, go off.
I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. So, Counsel, what is this new evidence that demands the court's attention? Bruh, do we even need... Okay. Hi,
Hi.
Miss Jezzael Brett. We understand you were studying under Dr. Wilson at UMA University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison.
What?
Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel? A toxin known as curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
What complete and utter nonsense! Kirari, you say? I've never even heard of it!
You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have done?
You wouldn't have
Huh?
done? I think you wouldn't have, just
Yeah.
on its own makes
wouldn't.
sense.
What do you mean?
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of curare before for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country.
It doesn't exist.
Correct. Which means, no matter what tests the police can do for toxins, they never identify curare. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison!
What?
Order! 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 I'll say it 3 times! Counsel, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists.
To lace their arrows.
The report states that it's produced from the extract of a tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle, and it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by arrows laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Trumpery! These aspersions are utter trumpery!
That word makes sense. Like, immediately, I understood.
Yeah, immediately, yeah.
To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and the other diners would have surely noticed.
That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector?
Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that.
I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around.
What do you mean the other way around?
Very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Explain yourself, counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all.
How terrible.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death.
Well, I mean, it stops the lung muscles, so.
The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move.
That's hideous.
To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. Oh, there's another hell. That is the true nature of this deadly curare poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
This is all very convenient, isn't it?
A hit her too?
Yeah, hitherto.
A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing. What a happy tale for the defense!
If I may.
All these facts! You think you're so clever, but you must be.
Shut up.
It is you who must be taught. Of course.
Come on, say it again.
Dear lady!
It is. Lady!
I hope you like my vibrato.
Yeah, nice.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest.
Honest hard work. Thank you.
Honest hard work. Is
You
you steal another's honest hard work?
You steal another's honest hard work and then announce the result as if you discovered them. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act.
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual.
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime, that really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it. The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules.
What's so funny?
Oh, excuse me. Your Excellency,
Yes, Miss Brett?
may I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes, I don't see, why not?
Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys.
Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Cheers.
Wait! What are you doing?
No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no curare. Bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Yeah.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Brett?
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Yes, my dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given.
Y'all, please, please.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
There had to have been poison in that bottle. So how?
Damn, it's almost like they're wise.
So how did she? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale?
Damn, it's almost like she's not injured.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for an interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? There can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Yonosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water.
Damn, I wonder which one it is.
It's definitely got poison.
It's definitely got poison.
Okay, just to confirm, it's got no poison now, right? Like, is
No,
it gonna play? Is it
No,
gonna
it
play
has
off the
poison in it.
technicality? Yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna play off the technicality.
It's
My
not
bad.
really a technicality.
It's still got poison in it. The culprit did put curare poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water.
Also, you can still hear me fine, right?
Yeah, I can still hear you fine.
Okay, good.
The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious?
Fool! Are you blind? There's no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw.
Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly?
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be! Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
Check the fucking what's it? The curare thing. Giselle's report.
Yeah, Giselle's. Yep, it's through an open wound.
Mm-hmm. How could that have worked on,
You know, his molar.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Okay.
here we go.
Hi.
The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
translation!
No?
After all, we don't speak English! And reporters utter gibberish! This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency!
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Sato-san's notes.
Is it actually gonna penalize us for that? Are you serious? Okay, it's the tooth thing then. What the fuck,
Report is
man?
too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel.
Oh, okay.
Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to the riddle? Special characteristics.
Yeah, special characteristics.
We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. And it's left me curious about something. Oh, Counsel? Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Get to the point, please!
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Counsel! No, that would be madness! But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper right here. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes, the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When curare enters the body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever!
What?
Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew curare's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little
Whoa, it's alive!
Rapscallion!
The swan is alive!
It sure is.
Holy
That's-
shit!
that
And nobody's going to acknowledge it.
Yep, that doesn't comply with PETA
There's another witness on the stand. Well, Ionosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Really? Me? Lawyer?
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure. But I fail to see how it...
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
I like having both focus on separate things.
As even your brain has managed to deduce, curare is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus.
Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers, what are they?
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor will... Oh shit, my phone's about to die. The professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
That's right!
Good gracious!
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? Wait, give me a second, sorry.
Go fix your shit. Order! Order in court, order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest...
Yes! This curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
Why would it be in the drink? Like, y'all did not consider this?
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Oh, this is the
What
speech.
is this? Welling up inside me. I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Go! It's the line.
I don't think so, Miss Jezzael Brett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. So we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the curare?
Medical
Yep.
report.
That medical report. Bang!
Yo!
He's not saying hi anymore. He's going in.
Yep, he is going all out.
As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there's a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. Fatal difference. The toxic effects of curare are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside.
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you are well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. That's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also...
Let me look up that word for you.
Thank you.
Puerile.
Puerile.
Puerile?
Yeah,
Puerile.
puerile.
These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough.
Whoa. She grabbing the bottle?
Yep.
You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
No!
What is it? What just happened? The English woman, she just smashed that bottle.
Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken bottle as possible, at once!
You're wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
How could you? You won't get away with this!
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not.
You...
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course! You're referring to this photographic print, I assume, dear lady.
That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it?
Yeah, why is he sitting in your spot?
Yeah.
The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So, of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
No! You killed the victim that day, using curare! And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime!
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Watson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest.
Watson?
Habit.
Dr. John H. Wilson, delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really going to get away with it? The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke. Yes? We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend on. I'm sorry, I'm just like...
Your powers of observation.
I'm just like,
got
oh my
this.
god. The amount of Deus Ex Machinas in this one case.
There's like so many. There's just
Dude, you know how many times we've been like, it's over. No, it's not. It's over.
no, it's
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Over. No, it's not.
Wait.
It's over.
Sasato showed up.
It's not
Not
over
over.
yet. It's over. No, it's not. Wait a second. There's a power welling up inside me. It's not over yet. It's over. Your powers of observation. It's not over yet.
There's just so much going on.
Like,
This,
oh my
the first
god.
case is so long.
Alright, let's finish
It's
this
so
up.
long.
Come
I
on.
for what? Alright, let's finish it. Let's finish it.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer?
There's nothing.
No, what are you talking about? There's nothing. Actually, Cosmo, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then! Let's wipe the smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence! Alright, I can't wait! It's been niggling me.
Niggling me!
That's such a weird word.
Oh my god, I love it though. It's... what the fuck? It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is... No, where is it?
Damn, I wonder. The fuck? It just moved.
Here.
Could I?
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this.
Oh shit, you're talking to me.
I haven't had a line of dialogue in 30 minutes.
I really haven't. Yes, what is it? Honestly, I feel like we're honestly kind of evenly balanced right now. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like once Giselle showed up, we were pretty evenly balanced. It's kind of sexy.
Yeah, tell me about it. He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you?
Absolutely.
I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day.
Wait a minute. Where are you going with?
Where are you going with this little boy?
It's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
What?
Oh, really? And what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Yes. For blood to have made it onto the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter, which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Jezzael Brett!
I beg your pardon?
This is beyond ridiculous! Fabricated nonsense! Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparent?
Oh. What? Yes.
Yeah, that was right.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Oh, did he just... what the? Oh my god.
Also, Naga.
Oh shit. Hit it.
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to.
Inspector, you mean...
Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Britt's plate! We must examine it! Now! Inspector! The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the delay. Here is what you ordered. The steak.
Well,
I regret
what
to
about the
inform you
blood?
that we are not in a
It's the
restaurant.
blood on it! Sorry, what?
He's just like, here's what you ordered. I'm just like, This is a courtroom, sir.
That'll be $10.99.
What are you, cough-up queen?
Of course there isn't!
Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man! Show the court!
The blood, man.
Blood, man.
Oh shit, that's me.
Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
Right there.
This game has too many men.
No blood. No blood anywhere. But no, that's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It's right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
What an unbecoming expression, little boy.
Holy shit.
You see, this is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. In the case of this disgrace to the empire.
She's being racist against you, and you're just like, hell yeah, what the fuck,
Hell
man?
yes. Step on the queen. I believe we may have finally reached a conclusion.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch. But I do promise to do my best to forget about all of it when it's over.
Here's our another "it's over" moment.
Ha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts all too clearly. If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
Plate of steak has been entered into the court record.
Alright, you know what to do. Open the court record.
It's the plate I saw. Thought I saw just a figment of my imagination. No, it's not, buddy. Fucking examine that shit.
Let's investigate it.
Alrighty. Steak.
Who the fuck eats steak like that?
What the fuck? Huh? I was not expecting that.
Wait, no, I remembered that this was there, but I thought it was under the plate. I thought it was like, ah!
What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoi era, I believe. No, I don't mean. What is it? I mean, what's it doing there? Did you say it was a Hoi Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today that there's been talk of a Hoi Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of a bullion and a bully. What?
In a bean?
Being? And I don't
that
think
looked
you
like
ever
French to
will.
me, but-
Yeah. And I don't think
Hopefully
you
we never
ever
have to
will.
say that again.
And I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means. Wow, nice investigative potential there. Yeah.
It's just there. What the fuck?
Alrighty,
Should
well.
we investigate the cult? Oh wait, we already
No.
did. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't really see what's here. She said, "No, I've lost." You know,
Haven't lost, but okay.
Not over yet. Not until the final gavel. You know, come on.
This case
Power
is so long.
Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what. Believe in myself. Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself. Nah, dude. Because the evidence requested
Nah.
offense has not been shown to be problematic in any way. I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
Yes, sir.
Hudson was going to clinch the trial for me. Can this plate of steak reveal any other clues at all? There's another clue.
There's another clue!
Your Excellency, please wait! This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. Wow, that was really bad.
What the fuck?
You realize how stupid that sounds, right? This plate of beef is hiding another clue.
This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Yeah, shut the fuck up. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? Let me be clear.
Let me
I will not be able to turn a
I love that video so much.
God damn it.
It's so
I will not be
funny.
able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial.
I'm sorry, Miss Barrett. I must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As the newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court to what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is this new clue to be found? The steak itself!
What?
What?
Oh,
Again?
it's the same dialogue. I guess we didn't need to see it. Damn, I wonder what it
the coin!
means.
I certainly never expected to find a precious coin on this thick cutoff. It's from the high air, too. It'll make it really quite bad. Is this not it? It's well marinated in the
No,
juices. Wow. What
I'm
are you
pretty sure
thinking
you're supposed to
of
press a different button.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be R. What are you thinking of
Yeah.
eating? No. But the next time I order a steak in an expensive restaurant, one thing's for sure. My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat and peer underneath for a prize.
It's like some
I
sort
think
of
you might have the
gotcha.
wrong- I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this. Do you, Nasuke? Steak. There's only one logical explanation. Good.
Bro, could you imagine just...
ここだ!
Could you imagine just, like, going to a restaurant and it's just like, alright, let's
It's
see if I
fucking-
win the 50-50 this time. You lift it up. God damn it!
Fucking
No
damn it!
coin.
I got to Luke again. Shit.
What do I need C6 to look for? Where the fuck is Chi-Chi?
Good gracious, that's...
What? Steve, one kitchen?
God damn it.
Play that game way too much.
A koban?
What on earth?
On Earth. I love that.
Ole era one at that.
Yeah,
Miss
you're enjoying this a lot.
This is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day of question, is it? Tell me. Why is there an old coin seemingly underneath the meat?
Bitch, I don't fucking know. What a ridiculous question. How should I fucking know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat. That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
What he said.
God damn it, lost the
What?
50-50.
Don't be absurd! We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hawaii cob just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now! He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! Yes, Counsel? Rare Hawaii cobra just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now!
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that stake. The owner?
Correcta-san.
It's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the koban that was found underneath the beefsteak is... Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasute, Kyuryo Correcta-san.
You're doing great.
Oh my god,
Cutie.
Kyuryo. Oh my god.
Yeah, Curio.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Curio Correcta. Curio
No,
collector.
no, I say Curio.
Curio collector.
Curio. God, how did I not see Curio sooner?
Cutie, as in Mr. Cucumber.
Cucumber. Thank you.
As in Mr. Cucumber. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Yes, I would agree with you there. Man who testified alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired.
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor. Sorry,
Yo,
what
he
were you?
dancing?
Yeah, I was
Yo, Correcta got bitches.
hunting for the. Yo, he's got bitches. He really said hoes before bros.
Hose before hoe. Cold buns.
The hoes before hoe. Oh my
Hose
god.
before hoe. Cold on
Like-
coins.
Hang on, just a second.
Hunting for treasure. Hose before hoe.
I changed my Twitter display name.
God damn it.
Indeed, the Hoe Era Koban, my prized coin.
And this Hoi Herakoba. Do you mean to tell me?
No, please. Why will Correcta-san's Koban? The stand was between the victim's beefsteak and its plate. It makes no sense.
It's obvious now! He wanted to make a coin sandwich! Which is why I'm asking to bring Correcta-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him!
I like how it's becoming less of Correcta sound and more of collector sound from you. It's really collector sound.
I tried, okay. That was me trying to say
No, it's hilarious. Cause that's how I've been saying it too.
Oh. Okay.
It's hard to say anything other than collector.
It
That's
really is
literally his
now.
name.
Yeah. And yes, no, okay.
I don't know, sir.
Obviously. I don't know, sir. I love that. Bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. What a fucking excellent, what an excellent pun. Can't believe we come back around to that pair again. I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this call we'll find that it's a key element in this case.
I feel like we have so much left to go.
I know, it feels like so long. Oh my god, the witness stand got bigger.
It just gets longer.
What is this all about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's
According
your dinner
to-
time, my little baby idol? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
Exploited by the police we were. like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Lasute shop owner's existence.
Be that as it may, Correcta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves. Wow, shit. Oh my god, I poked him on the foot! Jesus!
Holy shit.
That's it! That's the one! The very one! The very exact one that it is! The resplendent, splendiferous hallway treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day! It can't be!
As I thought.
Young man!
There's no need to
Enlighten this
feel down.
decrepit old fool! Put me out of my misery! Huh? Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. I want to do that again. Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. I don't know what the fuck that was. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate.
Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing?
Excuse me? Could I say something?
Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga.
I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but